Alright, first step, this is a Toshiba Satelite L305-S5915 laptop. First step is to take the battery out. That's the most important step so you don't fry nothing. So remove the battery, set it aside. Have these 4 rubber protectors here need to be taken off. Knife, X-Acto knife, butter knife, some way to pull them out. It's stuck in there pretty good. Set them aside so you don't lose them. You're going to need to use them later. I use these precision screwdrivers. Take out 4 screws in the corners. Good way too to keep these is to put them with a magnet. And then already dropped that one. Then you can either use a knife. I prefer using my fingernails, running up along the edge. It's showing the Satellite. Toshiba, it's gray on the back. It'll actually be at the top. I just run my nail through there. Use a knife. You want to use something skinny. It's not to crack the plastic. Piece should come right up. You just have to pull it forward and pull straight up. Not to break them hinge tabs off on the plastic. 2 top screws you took off the plastic trim. Also serve to hold the screen in place. Three small screws on the left and right side of the screen. They will be smaller than the ones that actually hold the plastic bezel trim piece on to keep them separated. One side of the screen's already released. Three more screws on the left side. Always best to have a magnetic screwdriver. That way you won't drop them like I did the first one. Apply a little pressure to the top side of the back side of the screen, however you want to look at it. Get that bottom screw out. That screen should come loose. You got your ribbon, runs your screen. You got your inverter here. A piece of tape from the factory that holds that ribbon in place. It's kind of hard to see. Leave my knife again. Pull that tape up. Stuck pretty good from the heat. Got released it. So that tape's taken off. I'm going to cut it cleanly. This is ready for the new screen. I'm going to cut this old tape off and I'll replace it with a new one. You unplug the inverter, 2-pin plug, kind of like a phone battery. Go straight back and it releases it. There is a, should I say, polarity sensitive piece. Almost forgot to remove this. This tape will hold that ribbon in place when you're doing the new screen. And there you can see the old screen, how it's cracked. Set something on top of it one night. Broke her. New screen from Screen Country. Do a nice job of shipping. First thing I do is take this plastic off, because when you forget, you have these yellow pieces of tape sticking out your corners here when you go to put your black piece back on. Just be cautious you don't scratch it with your fingers, tool. This will be considered the top side. This is your hinge side. It's got your inverter plug. This is pretty simple here, plugging this in. Kind of hard to see. Plug pops in. using the fingernail, just pop it in. When you got fingernails, you want to use something that's not sharp. Use something sharp, it could cut part of that ribbon or damage the back of the screen. And we'll go ahead and place that factory tape on there, like you used to hold the ribbon flat. I'll get me another piece of tape here, and we're going to put that, make sure that pin connector stays together. I just use quality Scotch tape on her. I'm going to use the El Cheapo because it may not stick with all the heat. I'll keep that from separating. We're putting it back together and daily use. Pin connection's done. Now we'll plug in our inverter. The plastic piece here. And roll it back. Then you take the screw out. Just be cautious when you pull up on it, you don't snap it. The board is pretty fragile. Screen's ready to go back up. Sitting in place. Just go backwards from where we started. This is probably the trickiest screw to do. They have it down here on the bottom left. So I'll start with one in the middle. Bottom one is tricky. Pull back on the plastic piece. It'll take a lot. It won't go in there unless y'all pull back on the back. It wants to be overly tightened. Left side's done. Right side's a little easier. Make sure I get the three of them all snug. Like I say, you don't have to over tighten. screen bezel. Start at the bottom with the hinge. You'll hear the popping and clicking. Normal. As you're seated in, just want to squeeze it. Squeeze your fingers, don't use a tool. Make sure she hinges down first. Don't close it, just hinge it down. You gotta see, got any voids there. You hinge it down and make sure you ain't got no pinched wires. 4 bezel screws. This particular screen here does make a lot of popping as you put it together, which is a good thing. It's not real taut. Double check to make sure your lock still slides. 4 rubber protectors there. You have to put a little spot of glue on them. Most of the time they'll still stick back in there. Either the laptop itself will heat them back up. They'll stay stuck. Check again. All your voids are gone. Trim. Hinge it down. Locks in. Unlocks. Don't see no exposed wires down here where your hinge is. Basically completes the screen installation. Put your battery back in. It's locked, you can hear it click. Turn your power on.